What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday and welcome to our office hours. A cool new thing that we are launching on our social media lives to where we are encouraging people to come to the office. In college, when your professors have office hours, you didn't really want to go, but you were like, I probably should go and ask a couple of questions. And so, welcome to our first office hours. I am working from home today. And so my lighting is not as perfect as I'd want it to be, but just looking a little wild today. But again, welcome to our first installment here of office hours. We're going to be dropping some quick marketing tips. We are in the middle of summer. So, those of you that are weather dependent, that love a good Mother Nature kick in the lead pants, you are living your best life right now. Those of you that have a much more milder and less turbulent lead flow, then welcome also. So, again, thank you everyone for joining us we are live right now on Facebook, LinkedIn, and it looks like YouTube. And so excited to have everybody with us. So let's jump in. Listen, you're going to hear me say this quite a bit. I want to know your questions. I want to know your thoughts. How can I help you answer any of your marketing issues that you may have going on right now? But in the meantime, I want to tell you about a couple of other things. Lemon Seed Marketing. So Emily and I co-founded Lemon Seed Marketing 6 years ago as we knew that we wanted to help contractors really build a company that they could trust and that they could lean into for true marketing guidance, get it off of their plate. As a contractor, we carry so many things on our plates as the owner, and especially those of you that are very operationally driven. It's hard to stop and focus on things that are in your mind, like I have to stop and focus on marketing versus you can just rock and roll with things operationally. So, as we talk through things today, Lemon Seed was really designed to help take all of the marketing off of your plate as much as possible. Lemon Seed's goal is to give you a 30,000-foot view on what you can actually give up, how you can release it. But we are a fractional marketing department. So, let's jump in and talk through a few things about how we can help people through these marketing related questions. So again, please drop your questions, anything like, I want to know, are any of you worried about the Service Titan and Podium change? Are any of you worried about your AI presence? Are any of you getting ready to change digital vendors? Are you figuring out how to do social media? What about email marketing, mass media buying, bus wraps, vehicle wraps, company culture? I can name off 100 different things that we could talk about. But I'm going to start with a few little takeaways that I think we can start, maybe hopefully get the conversation going. But one of the biggest marketing mistakes that I think people make quite often is underspending their budget, meaning they are underspending on marketing. They're hovering at that 2% of their overall marketing goal. And what it is that just doesn't give us enough meat on the bone. It doesn't give us enough. We can always use more. Like I'm always going to ask for more, but really at the end of the day, it doesn't leave us enough meat on the bone, as I say, for true marketing growth. And so if you ever talk with me, if we are going to go into a new market and what I call greenfield, a new market, meaning we're going to go into a new area and we're going to build a company from the ground up. We're not, no acquisitions, build it from the ground up. And so if we do that, we have to be spending at 20%, sometimes 15% of our marketing goal. So if our goal is $1 million, I'm spending, probably $200,000 to get myself there. The problem is, and I want y'all to hear me when I say this, many of you know people, or maybe you are one, and I'm sorry, I do not mean for this to be offensive. What I mean for this to be is impactful, okay? Many people will spend 30 years trying to get to $1 million company, when a lot of people can start a company from the ground up and be at $1 million in less than a year. And I think that comes from a different mentality, a different approach to marketing. And listen, all marketing works when it's applied the right way. Okay. And so as people are doing this, you can't just get, I don't think you can just get something for nothing. So when you're trying to really grow a company and you want to be in growth mode, I think you need to at least be at 10% and 10% of your revenue goal. So, hey, you're trying to get to $5 million. That number is $500,000. And here's why: we need enough money to cover enough areas that people are interacting with the brand. So it's kind of like layering, and everything works better and better and better together. And honestly, the more brand building we do, the less we have to spend on our customer acquisition cost, meaning it drives that down because your brand makes you so aware of what is going on. People in the market become so aware of your brand that everything performs better. Your paid ads, everything, because it's really we have been conditioned to think, excuse me, we have been conditioned to think that, oh, well, everybody knows us. No, they don't. No, they don't. And so when paid ads pop up, PPC ads pop up, what happens is people are like, I don't really know, you know. And if you've ever been in a Jennifer Bagley presentation where she's talking about paid ads, she'll tell you, like, she asks everyone in the room, how often do you click on a paid ad? Very few people click on paid ads in the grand scheme of things. Or if they do, they're doing it unbeknownst to themselves. Okay. So here, the biggest tool here is you're not spending enough money. And if you are spending money, a lot of you are spending it incorrectly. You have it spread too thin. You have it all in one bag, like all your marketing budget is over here in digital and nothing else, right? Nothing else. So Madison makes a good point here. Just because you're tired of saying it doesn't mean they're tired of hearing it. Remember, we matter a lot more to ourselves than we do to others. And so when we talk about our company, you live in that company every single day. So you're like, I don't know why people don't know that I do plumbing. I don't know why people don't know that I have duct cleaning. I don't know why. I don't know why. Well, the reason is you got to just keep telling them. You just got to keep saying it, right? So again, if you're joining us, welcome to the party. We are looking for you to give us your marketing questions, concerns, and thoughts. We want to know what they are. I want to see if I can help. So send me some challenging questions. All right, while I'm waiting on that again, also let's talk about, I think websites right now. So I just got off of a call with a vendor partner. So Lemon Seed acts as basically the liaison between the contractor and all of their vendor partners. So literally a fractional marketing department. So I was talking to a client's digital partner, and I had to say today, the digital partner is like, I want them to stop doing paid ads. And we had to say, okay. She's like, he's way overspending and he's under converting. And so I was like, that's interesting. So we know what's best for you. We know what's best for you. And so we're trying to guide you. And so what happens to you here is you're making big mistakes with your website not being performing, with you're not having a good CSR service. When I say it's not hard, I made a Facebook post yesterday that did light a few people up, but it's really not hard, guys. Tell people who you are, answer the phone, and make sure your team is trained when they go out there. So John asked a really good question. How do contractors get their businesses to show up in AI searches? So listen, AI is not going away. If anything, AI is going to continue to get smarter and smarter and smarter. Okay. So we have to think outside the box. So you need to be even more robust than you've ever been. For 6 years, Emily and I both have been saying, get in the community, get out doing PR, right? Start getting awards, start posting to social media, all of those things. AI is smart. So what it does is it's able to go in and it looks at everything. It can infer. That's my favorite word. So remember, literally 8 months ago, one-to-one correspondence, meaning if people were Googling and saying, hey, AC repair near me, as long as I had AC repair near Lufkin, Texas on my website, when I was in there, I was going to show up somewhere. But now AI goes, yeah, you've got the keywords, but you also have great 5-star reviews and you're listed on the Better Business Bureau and you won some awards lately and you're out in the community and people are talking about you. And it basically curates and formulates an authority score, and that's who it shows. That is who AI is choosing to show right now, is who looks like they are the most trustworthy people on the block. So should we be paying attention to AI? Abso-freaking-lutely. But really, it's no different than what we've been telling you guys for 6 years. You need a brand that doesn't blend in with everybody else's. You need a marketing strategy that optimizes things like community support. Is community support a part of your overall marketing strategy? And if you're like, well, that's really not my vibe, I really don't like to go out into the community. Okay, well, good. Someone else will take that spot from you then. A lot of times we got to do things we don't want to do, but people are craving personal relationships right now. And so when you're not doing things to bolster those relationships, you're missing big opportunities. So my encouragement here is to really get out and about in the community, but it needs to be a part of your strategy. Guys, what Lemon Seed spends time doing right now is what's on your website matching what's on your GBP, matching what's on your paid ads, matching what's going out in your emails, matching what's going out on your postcards, matching the campaign on your digital, on your billboards, matching the newsletter, all the things. Does all of it go together? Odds are the answer's no. Odds are the answer is you're doing some good things, but none of it's coming together. I actually look at clients quite often that are interviewing Lemon Seed, and we're interviewing them to see if we'd be good partners, where they have some good ideas. Just none of it is actually woven together. It's very disjointed. So I think it's a big mistake. I think it's definitely a big mistake. So let's talk a little bit back to that social media strategy. I want to talk about this a little bit. So when you look at your overall strategy for marketing, you should try to understand, I want to know, this is the revenue that I want to hit. And this is the average ticket that I think I can hit on both service and install. And so knowing those two numbers along, I can back into the math of how many leads do I need to generate for myself every single month. And tracking that to know how many, am I up or down? Now, listen, you're going to be up or down. You're going to nail some months. You're going to barely miss it. You're going to greatly miss it. But it's because of the ebb and flow. The point is to not panic, jump out of the lifeboat. Okay. Some of you are like, I need leads right now. I'm going to go spend $15,000 with Yelp. I just got to do it right now. And I'm like, okay, no, right? Because we're volatile. We cannot be so volatile. And so right now, I think there's a couple of things. I think people can easily create creative fatigue or offer fatigue, meaning you've had the same offer for 50 years and you've not ever changed it. I don't personally think that we as a home service industry have to worry as much about creative fatigue because people don't care about us until they need us. So that is why things like social media, billboards, OTT, those tactics that y'all sleep on the most are one of the most best kept secrets of how to take market share. Because everybody's like, well, I don't see any return from those tactics, mass media, so I'm not going to do it. Y'all, why am I yawning? I can't see any direct response from, billboards. I put up a billboard and nobody called. How do you know? How do you know? Well, I ask them. Okay, so let's talk through that. Let's talk about asking the homeowner. So here's what happens. They came home yesterday and they drove by and the person at the end of their street had a Crystal's Heating and Air yard sign in their yard. I saw it. I acknowledged it. I went on. I go to my house. I go inside. I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see a funny video that you guys posted. I kept scrolling. I saw it. I kept scrolling. Didn't comment. Didn't like. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask my buddy. Like, I think he just got a new air conditioner. Hey, Brian, did y'all just get a new air conditioner? We did. How was it, girl? Listen, it was great, but I had to really work them down on the price. Okay, perfect. Who did you use? Crystal's Heating and Air. Oh, okay. I think I've seen them somewhere. Okay, let me go get their. Do you have their phone number? Brian would say, I don't have it. Just Google it. So then I'm going to Google the phone number. So look at all of that juiciness that went on to get me to get this for Crystal's Heating and Air. That was a lot of touch points. But you know who's going to get the credit for it? The way that I Googled to find your phone number, the GBP. Like, look at my GBTP is killing it. Well, friend, no one just goes, let me see if there happens to be a company called Crystal's Heating and Air. Direct search has grown through constant environmental exposure, like yard signs and truck wraps and radio jingles and billboards. And people are like, oh, that's antiquated. I tell you what, you move all of your stuff over to AI only, and I'm going to stay over here where I just simply interact with people all the time, and we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins. Right. If you're just now joining us, we would love for you to drop a comment here in the comment section of whatever platform you're watching us live on. Let us know your marketing woes, worries, concerns, thoughts, or ideas. I love to talk through them with you. Okay, let's jump to email marketing while we're waiting on that. So, email marketing, guys. Email marketing is probably one of the most slept on strategies that I could really see. And when I say that, like, you guys know y'all should be doing it, but you're really not doing it. I asked this question: how many people are on Marketing Pro products, but don't use them? So you're not actually using Marketing Pro. You're just paying for it every month. A lot of that is because you are intimidated by the startup of it. You are frustrated with the startup of it. So you just don't do it at all. And really, email marketing, and either if you use MailChimp or if you use Marketing Pro, RP1, whatever you're using, I must need to go back to bed. But whatever I'm using, I need to make sure that I'm making the most of it. Okay. So, for example, emails, what they do is a really good top of mind awareness. So we have a client that's doing this promotion for teachers' lounges and a give back teacher promotion. That is a great social media campaign. But why don't we also send out a text blast about it, send out an email about it, put it in our newsletter, right? Are we doing all of those things? If you have a digital billboard as a part of your marketing strategy, what about using things like, here's a QR code, especially if your digital billboard is sitting at a red light that has a long turn, meaning I sit at that red light for a few minutes, pop that QR code up on my digital billboard and say, scan here, fill it out when you get home and tell us about it, nominate your favorite teacher. If you can run that for 2 months at that intersection, it would get a lot of attention. And it's not salesy, it's brand building, right? It's totally brand building. Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I think that right now I will just talk through a couple of things that we are working with our own vendors through. One of the things that we're working on them through is new customer acquisition every single month. So we need to understand new customer acquisition. If you are not tracking how many new customers you get every month, what are you doing, guys? We need to understand who are our new customers, where did they come from, and how do we get more of them? If the majority of your business revenue every month, y'all, the yawning has got to stop. The revenue every month is from existing customers. Houston, we have a problem. And it just needs a healthy balance of existing customers to our new customer acquisition. Those things are very, very, very important. And so to know the health of your business, look at how many new customers you're gaining every single month. And another big thing that we've got going on is new customers come from new needs and all different places. There is so many avenues of ways that people are reaching our companies. So with new customer acquisition comes then the conversion of how many of them are you converting over to a lifelong customer through your maintenance program. And so you see, like, all of these, yes, we can be fun. We can create a fantastic maintenance program for you. We love to do it. We're building them right now, several for clients, new maintenance programs. Because number one, I want it to be on brand. Number two, it is a great, keep that recurring revenue inside the business. Any minute now. My energy is going to kick back in. But you know something too, I think about this is we're so frustrated as contractors with, like, where do we go? What do we do first? So I know I've been sharing with y'all this little journey that my sister's on. So she's on field routes for our pest control company. So she's on field routes, which then also we have an integration with Marketing Pro, and we have a couple of other integrations. What I call our tech stack, and our tech stack right now is really making sure like what's overlapping, making sure. So I want to use every ounce of product that's there, and I want to turn around and make sure that I'm not overlapping and underserving or overserving our clients. And guys, that is a little bit of a challenge, but it's because that is the tech stack side of the world. We know we need those things. But what Tiffany and I decided is, for a while it was wrong, there was something going on that was wrong. It was impacting the customer journey. So we immediately were like, turn this off until we fix this problem. But also happening at the same time is a new person is onboarding. Maybe a future acquisition is on your plate. Maybe you're wanting to rebrand. Maybe you're wanting to, we're trying to get all this new marketing launched. We need to order swag for all the fall parties. Like, guys, a ton of stuff for us to do. And by the way, like, don't forget about your marketing. So it's legitimate that life as an entrepreneur can be very overwhelming. Very, very overwhelming. So, all right, guys. Well, for those of you that are on, if you want to drop me a question, drop one really quick. Again, I want to remind you, Limousine Marketing is here as your fractional marketing department. We serve as the team for you that's going to organize all of your vendors, do all of your graphic design that you might need. We communicate with your vendors. We help you build a budget. We help you build the creative. We do all comprehensive marketing, helping you build out a strategy for community, a strategy for digital, everything. We are not a digital marketing company. We are not a direct mail company. Instead, we work with those vendors to help you. So Lupita would love to meet with you. So right now, in the Slack channel, I'm sorry, in the Slack, in the notes section here, and I just popped one on the screen, is our link to schedule a free discovery call with Lupita. I promise you, you're going to be surprised at our pricing and how affordable it really is. But until next time, guys, thanks for joining us for our office hours. I hope you bring your questions next time. Can't wait to talk. Make sure you're following us on social. See you on the next webinar. Have a good day.